Welcome back to Everything Football, where we talk everything football from the NFL, the NCAA, the AAF, the XFL, and the CFL. In today's video, we're going to be going over my post-Week 2 rankings for the AAF, as well as some news around the NFL, and all that's coming up next, guys. I've already done a video going over Week 2's games, so I'm not going to go over the games in depth. I'm just going to go over what I saw from the teams this week, and we're going to start with the rankings going from 8 to 1, and here it is, guys. Coming in at number 8, we have the Atlanta Legends. They honestly didn't show us a lot in this game. They showed that they improved a little bit, but they still have some gaping holes on both sides of the ball, and I'm not sure if they're really improving well. I don't even know if Matt Sims is the quarterback to go with. Like I said, a little bit of improvement, not much. So coming in at number 8 again, guys, is the Atlanta Legends. No shocker here, guys. If they weren't going to be at number 8, they were probably going to be at number 7. Coming in at number 7, the Memphis Express. They showed some improvement on offense, able to put up some points, and they showed that they do have a stout defense, holding that explosive Arizona offense at bay in the first half. They kind of gave way in the second half, but what we did see from them is that their strong suit is going to be the run game, as well as a very physical, strong defense. So expect to see more focus on those two aspects moving forward. Again, number 7, it's going to be the Memphis Express. This one might come a little more surprising than the other ones that I'm going to do, but I have San Diego Fleet at number 6. My reason being, basically they didn't have a good first week. They came out and beat the worst team so far. Salt Lake has played 2 top 3 teams and played them very closely, especially with the Birmingham Iron. So the fact that the San Diego Fleet's one win was a 12-point victory over the Atlanta Legends, when we just saw last week the Apollos come out and beat the Legends by 34. It tells me that the San Diego Fleet are still behind. I still saw some weak quarterback play. They did focus on the run game with Gardner. But as of now, I'm going to have the San Diego Fleet at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the Salt Lake Stallions. I did take into account their toughness of the schedule so far and the fact that they were missing their starting quarterback and they're getting him back this week. So I gave them the benefit of the doubt with those two scenarios going on. They played a tough game against the Birmingham Iron and played it close, only losing by 3 points and having a lead for most of the game. They did suffer from kicking problems. So moving forward, I expect them to correct those things. And again, guys, at number 5, it's going to be the Salt Lake Stallions. Coming in at number 4 with a playoff spot is going to be the San Antonio Commanders. They fell to the Orlando Apollos this week, falling to 1-1. But they did show some flashes, showed some good game, and improved a little bit, I think, from week 1. Their offense looked potent. Their defensive front 7 looked very strong in the run game. Their defensive secondary fell off a little bit, showed some weakness on the deep ball and biting down on double moves. But other than that, I think they played really well. They showed that they are right now the number 4 team, so they are number 4 in my ranking today. And coming in at number 3, guys, is going to be the Arizona Hotshots. They had a slow start in their game against the Memphis Express, falling early, but in the second half, they ended up coming back and winning the game 20-18. They did show some weakness on defense, being out-physical by the Memphis Express. But they did also show the ability to rebound from a slow start on offense and show some explosiveness that they showed in the first week. John Wolford did look a little less magical than he did in the first game. But with all that being said, I do have the Arizona Hotshots at number 3 this week in my ranking, guys. Coming in at number 2 for me are the Birmingham Iron. They've still showed they continue to have a very stout defense as well as having a good quarterback in Luis Perez. They are plagued with the drops, guys. They do have a problem with that, and it could be a problem moving forward. But with their ability to come back from down 9-0 against the Salt Lake Stallions, a better team than the Memphis Express or the Atlanta Legends, I decided to put them at number 2, falling 1 down from number 1 last week. Their offense can improve, but I expect it to do better going forward, especially if they can correct the drop issue. So again, guys, at number 2, it's the Birmingham Iron. And coming in at number 1 is, of course, the Orlando Apollos. How could I not have them at number 1 after this week's game? They showed us that they have an innate ability to throw the deep ball to Charles Johnson and Jalen Marshall. Garrett Gilbert threw for 393 yards, the first 300-yard passer in this league so far. It was a dominant performance in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, with the defense showing to be an opportunistic defense, able to create turnovers and score again. They had another pick six. This team looks to be very strong and probably the strongest team so far in the league. They have a deadly combo of defense and offense, and with Steve Spurrier at the helm, expect this team to be #1 moving forward. I hope you guys enjoyed the rankings. If you have any questions, disputes about the rankings, leave me a comment about it. We're going to move on into some NFL news. The biggest NFL news so far is with the Steelers. The Steelers right now are going to be probably trading away Antonio Brown after they had a meeting and they both agreed that was best for both parties. And Le'Veon Bell will not be getting a transition tag, which means it's going to widen his free agency, and the Steelers will have no say in where he goes. So expect Le'Veon Bell. Honestly, I expect Le'Veon Bell to probably end with the Ravens in a deadly run option game with Lamar Jackson and Le'Veon Bell. That would be a huge deal for the Ravens. Also, in other news, Kyler Murray doesn't know if he'll be throwing at the NFL Combine. Personally, I don't think it's a good thing that he doesn't throw at the NFL Combine. I think part of the reason that Baker Mayfield went in ahead of Sam Darnold was his combine throws. Not necessarily that he wowed people, but just the idea that he was willing to compete. It sticks with some teams, and it's a good impression for some teams if you go in and you're willing to compete with the throws. Also, in some other news around the league, free agents impending. There's a lot of top 50 free agents moving forward. And the big defensive free agent is going to be Landon Collins and Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas is definitely going to be moving on to another team. Some are saying the 49ers, some are saying the Cowboys. But another big safety free agent would be Landon Collins. And I expect Landon Collins to be getting a franchise tag from the New York Giants. They're going to keep him. He's young. He's a great safety in this league right now. And you want to keep young talent. And the easiest way for the Giants to do that this year would be to franchise tag him. That's it for the video, guys. If you have any questions, just let me know. If you like the video, please leave a like. I do have a question for you guys. What's your top 8 teams for the AAF this week? Leave it down below. Leave your top 8, and I'll look at them and I'll tell you why I think I agree or I don't. And you guys can let me know why you disagree with my top 8, especially if they're different. Thank you guys again for watching the video. I very much appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'm out, guys.